So like what I'm trying to separate us from other kind of candle places by just
That's right.
saying like we get it. Like we want candles. Candles equal comfort. Candles equal, we with this stuff. I really do think you need to brand yourself as like the guy that understood that candles brought so much peace and calm in, and like helped with anxiety and helped with keeping you focused and helped with like reminding you that I'm locked in when I light a candle. Like I'm locked in on either relaxing or I'm focused on work. So when I'm focused on work, I light this candle over here. When I'm trying to relax, I light this candle over here, and it tells my body to get into this mental state that this is what we're focused on right now. And it's kind of like a good thing for people who need routine in their life. And the scent actually activates the reoccurring, and we can put the science behind it. Chat can help us write the science behind all of that, of like what scents can do. Because when you smell something, when I just got back from New York, when I smelt the and that could be a scent too. When I smelt the burning gears of the subway trains, it's like burnt metal smell.
Yeah.
I knew I was in New York City, and my mind was so excited and happy that I was in New York City, because I love the lights. I love people watching, because people are nuts. I love the options of food and like the opportunity around every corner of like, what am I about to witness? I have no idea, because New York's different every day. The scent of the burnt metal gear kind of thing is like, I'm back, baby. And then Sean and I were playing music in LA last week.
Right.
And when I get to LA, like, it feels like sunshine. I mean, it was 70 degrees. Sean and I were like, we got off the plane, we're out like baggage pickups outside at Burbank. So we're outside by baggage claim, and we were just soaking up the sun. And my wife's FaceTiming me with the kids, and she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just soaking up the sun. And here it was rainy and cold and nasty.
Yeah.
And then I told Sean, like, I felt in California it's dry, but like here it's humid. And so I felt like I could breathe really well. There was a breeze. I don't know what scent I would describe California. I know Sean and I ate a bunch of burritos, so there was some scent from that. But everything can like trigger something in you, and so a scent is a candle is a trigger. What do we want to trigger? We want to trigger calm, focus. We want to trigger this. So aromatherapy is something that like is what we're selling more than just a candle.
Okay.
And so what if we coded a slider that was like a form that they filled out, and like you tell me like, okay, as far as fruity smells go, are you like a 1 through 10? Like, where do you like your fruitiness? Kind of like a spicy scale. You ever eaten at like an Indian restaurant and they're like, how hot?
Yeah.
And you're like, very light, or medium. And they're like, are you crazy? It just, as I learned at Indian restaurants, I want like 1, like 1 to 0.
Yeah, it gets spicy.
4 will like just rip your insides out. So we're selling aromatherapy again at the same time that we're promoting candle sales. So it's not even just the aesthetic at the same time. The aesthetic is the cherry on top. It's the garnish, right? It's the soy, like the natural stuff, a garnish, right? But what we're selling is your understanding and knowledge of aromatherapy, to where, like, he gets me. He gets that I need to lock in. I need something else to help me besides Adderall to log in. Like, I need a candle to remind me I'm in work mode, and that we put, like, I don't know. I mean, you could add essential oils. Like, it's got a eucalyptus scent to it, and it's got whatever that helps you lock in. And then when you need to relax, it's got that like clover or like whatever it may be. And so it's like, it's annoying to always have to like set up essential oils and like pour them in and start the diffuser. But what if the scent was just already there with the candle, and it's more convenient than essential oils? It's always available. All you got to do is either put it on the candle warmer, or you got to put it in the light a match.
Right.
So that's what we're also trying to do at the same time. Your brand has to tell that story, and I know I was clear with that before, and that's, why we're still talking, is because there's much more to having a company than just having the product.
Yeah.
If it was easy as putting a product on a shelf, everybody would do it and everybody would be multi millionaires. But that's not what we're doing here. What we're doing here is saying Kyle gets it. He's got it. He's got a product, and like we're going to explain to you what this does and what Kyle's unlocked and to make himself successful. And it might be that a mom buys it for her son because her son just cannot seem to study. He can't seem to relax. He's got some anxiety that's crippling or whatever, and we throw in the aromatherapy. They're desperate. They're going to try everything, and it's true. We have enough data on aromatherapy that we can put all the science behind it, man. Like, we don't have to, to make up anything. Like, it's already there. We're just telling you how we deliver on all of that so simply as clicking a button and getting it shipped to you within this much time. Combating anxiety is as easy as click, 3 clicks, and it's on its way to your inbox. And then do we throw in a box of matches? Then we don't call them matches. We call them, wild something. We call them something else besides matches. That are kind of funny when somebody sees that little box of matches that maybe your price on that was 75 cents for that box or stick of matches, but it says something on it that it wasn't just the Wild Wicks logo on it. It was like, the ignition to my whatever, but we do something funny on the matchsticks that are like, my car key. We don't know yet what it is, but, we throw that in and people keep that on the counter and like, what are these? What do you got the matches out for? Oh, those aren't my matches. Those are my whatevers. And so every time you strike a match, you do this. Like now the social media becomes every time I strike a match, it opens the door for creativity, success, calmness, peace, whatever it is. And each candle kind of represents something different. And then we have different products. We got something for everybody. We got that collegiate stuff. We got that whatever. So if they're not just wanting a candle on the counter and that looks a little girly, the candle has the same purpose, but it has the logo, the collegiate logo on it. Or it's got the artist design logo on it because we wanted you to also have something that was not just functional, because functional is the aromatherapy, but the beauty of it is this other thing. But we also offer the candles that are logo free or just they look like they could blend with any aesthetic that they already have. So like you don't have to have a sticker all over it. You can have it look clean, and that's what we also offer as well. That's something you can do too. Do you have a machine though that also laser etches glass?
So we don't have a machine that laser etches glass, just because when you put the wax behind it, you really can't see like the etching.
Okay. I know Sean's wife's got a big machine that can do. It probably could do. I don't know how many candles at once she sends it running, but she's $5,000 machine that's great at doing that stuff. And we could do a test batch on some stuff and see what it looks like. And do some testing on that as well. So that might be an upsell.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
So since we last met, we've really started the college licensing process, and so we're rolling with that. We're starting with 8 schools, some big, some small. We've got a contact that used to do licensing for his job before he retired, and so he's going to make kind of like a back-end introduction to his contacts at some of these schools. Like we're developing LSU, Georgia, Clemson, South Carolina, College of Charleston, Citadel, Virginia Tech, and Duke to start. Nice. So I think, especially with the investors, Phil and his dad, I think that's like the college kind of licensing thing is where we really want to be, and then use the website to drive people to those.
Okay. Perfect. So do you want to have different things? It's like
So I think like right now we make a signature series on our website, which is just our Wild Wicks black and white standard candle jars.
Okay.
I think obviously, we do sell some of those, but like you said, we could maybe turn that product into that
Aromatherapy.
aromatherapy, exactly.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
just make a really cool looking simple candle, like you said, that can be targeted towards that.
And you
And
pick the candle, and then when you could pick the scent, can we do like?
yeah,
Are you
so
able
on
to
our
do that?
website right now, I mean, yeah, we offer 28 different scents right now. So if you go to the website, you can click signature series, decide you either want the black or the white jar, and then you can pick your different scent on that. And that's just all 28 of our generic scents. But
Okay.
if we narrowed that down to say 6 to 12 scents that would fall into that aromatherapy category, like you're referencing,
Yeah.
I think that would simplify the product and give us, not
Yes.
this crazy 28 different SKUs versus
Correct.
the simple 6 to 12, kind of focus on those. I know you mentioned eucalyptus. One of our scents is actually called eucalyptus mist. It smells awesome. You find it in a spa or,
Is it on? Is it one of the choices now?
yeah, yeah.
Banana nut, but I'm Egyptian amber, Egyptian cotton, and then but there's no. What would it be called?
It should be on there as eucalyptus mist. Like we may have not added it onto there.
Okay.
It's been a newer
Yeah,
scent.
I would like.
Yeah.
I, maybe we discuss like the renaming. I know like teak wood. That's like your dad's cologne. Like.
Yeah, the mahogany teak wood,
Yeah.
it's definitely like a cologne kind of smelling thing. And I know we had talked about like maybe even coming up with a different couple cologne scents, and there are some that are already out there that are made. I mean, Aqua de Gio, I think, is like a popular one.
Yeah.
That scent already exists, so that's something we could just buy.
Okay. And then maybe I say like chat which popular cologne smells like sandalwood, and
Right.
then ask it that. But then also ask like, okay, chat. Here are some of my scents. Like, let's rename these to be things that are more like aromatherapy based, or like, and then what are the top sellers as far as like scents go in the world, and let's narrow that down. So if women are your primary target for people who purchase e-commerce, they get decision fatigue, and they see 20 options and they're like, crap, I ran out of time before somebody called me with their problem,
Yeah.
and I didn't get a chance to look through all the scents.
Yeah.
But if you would have given me your top sellers or things that and that you cycle the other ones as monthly specials, like
Yeah.
for a limited time, we've got the pumpkin souffle during the fall.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we do the mango tango right during summer when
Yep.
this is like, I want the room to smell like the beach, or whatever it may be,
sure.
or a margarita, or daiquiri, or whatever, and do it that way. So,
Okay.
So I hear you that the focus is collegiate is one menu item,
Yeah. So
and go ahead.
I was thinking like one series or item would be the aromatherapy series, and then we've got obviously the Woofy Wicks candle, which we've had some good traction with over the years. Just haven't really spent the time and the back end money to really just push that to a focused group. We could totally redesign that label so we could have a couple different, dog breeds, I think is what you had mentioned last time, if we need to change the logo around. But I think that would be just like a pet odor eliminating category, essentially, or maybe just an odor eliminating category, because
I would just call it pet owners.
we could do,
yeah.
dogs, and then obviously you've got like the opposite side of the spectrum of your cat owners. So we could have two simple candles right there with the same scent, essentially doing the same thing. So, dog, cats, and then back in the day, we did toy around with the idea of calling it kitchen wicks, and it's the same thing. Like if you're cooking fish or broccoli or something in the kitchen, you light this candle and it takes away the smell. It actually has an odor, the same odor eliminating enzyme that's in the Woofy Wicks scent is
Right.
it's the same scent. So we could brand
Right.
it, however, but
Okay.
I think that would give 3 options.
And then we would attack some also we would so for the SEO
Yeah.
we would, remember we're doing like several blogs per month
Yeah.
with the SEO keywords and stuff like that, and then the social media content to go along with it. I would also brand the kitchen wicks to also be like the realtor's best friend.
Yeah.
Like, you light this candle when you know you have showings coming up. We've got the kitchen wicks, or whatever it may be, in every room, or in 4 areas of the house, to eliminate odors. And it's a realtor's best friend, because there's nothing worse than like coming last minute trying to spray some stuff and everybody knows you're trying to cover something.
Yeah, I hear
But
you.
if you've got the candle going, we're rocking and rolling. So
Right.
we would want to try to get that in front of as many realtors as possible.
Yep.
That it's a realtor's best friend, because they're kind of
Yeah.
desperate at that time too, trying to get their commission.
And then so we've got the aroma series, and then just call it odor eliminating at this point, which the Woofy Wicks, Kitty Wicks, and Kitchen Wicks could fall under.
Yep.
And then we've done some licensing and have some licensing set up with some of the Greek life sororities. And
Okay.
then we're also working on licensing right now with Margaritaville. So Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, all their restaurants and stores and online stores. And then, so I think the goal is to definitely develop some licensed products like that. And then we'll have the college licensing as well.
So if you take out some of those flavors like mango tango
Yeah.
and island coconut and all that, some of those would only be for the Margaritaville stuff, possibly.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the 3 scents that we poured for samples for them was lemon, verbena, island coconut, and Caribbean teakwood, which it's probably, it might be called fresh teakwood on the website.
Yeah.
So, but ultimately, we'd like to be able to obviously list that on the website and have people be able to purchase that off of our website, not only at Margaritaville restaurants, but their
Right.
online store as well. So
Yeah.
keeping something simple with just a couple cents would work really
Yeah.
well with that.
Okay.
And so I don't know how you guys vision setting that up on the website, but I think,
We would just do it as a draft until you get it signed, and then we just go live when it's ready.
yeah.
As
Well, I
long as
just
you
mean
have,
like a separate tab or something like for licensed products. Or I just don't know how that would look, but as long as there's a
we'll
section
figure that out.
for kind of the licensed products, and then we've got like the pelagic and coastal series, which is like the fish series. We've done pretty well with those too, so I think just targeting the right people and driving those people to the website that would be interested in those as well. And I think that's, to start, I think that would pretty much be what we're, looking to start with. That'd kind of cover a lot of different bases in the candle industry.
yeah.
But obviously, you guys have a better idea of how we could set that up from a back-end
Yeah.
website stance. But I think
Do you want to explore the candle club?
Oh, I mean, yeah, we could do the candle club, with anything. I mean, the candle club, once if we can get this college licensing stuff rolling, I mean, some of those numbers will be pretty big, could get a lot of traffic to the site. I mean, we could even do a candle club with, the college stuff as well. So.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I just think that it's like, if you're going to be in the candle club, it's monthly. We'd have to have at least 12 different products.
Yeah.
And then if they were going to renew, we were always introducing new products or different jars that they'd get it into.
Yeah.
Something different,
Okay.
And the box of matches was printed a little bit differently that each month, that, something funny on it or something that you would keep out on the counter to be
Right.
like a novelty kind of
Right.
thing. So I also, then you got novelty could be a section too. I'm not trying to make more SKUs, but like,
Yeah.
every woman that I've ever known puts a hand towel in their bathroom or a napkin on the table that's got novelty language with it, like, you know, I needed to lose 100 pounds, so I just kicked my husband to the curb or something. Like, you know, like it was something silly, but like women
Yeah,
love that novelty stuff that's like it
for
kind of
sure.
matches and makes somebody laugh when they're in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Um, you know, Michelle, cover your ears, but like something funny or like, you know, it's not as small as you think. Yeah, just something stupid
Oh
like,
yeah. No, for
um, you know, that's novelty that like it really, all we got to do is go look at a novelty napkin, get the funny phrase, put it on a candle with, you know, um, some kind of funny art with it or look to it or something. It could just be just a funny lettering that's very innocent
yeah.
and silly, and have a novelty series to where that the woman would put that in their bathroom just to make their friends giggle when they came over and they used the bathroom. And instead of having to hang something on the wall, they just put a candle in there.
Yep.
You know, you know, Santa saw that, or you've seen the candles where Jesus is looking like this.
Yeah.
Like I saw that. Um, it's novelty, but it could be something different than that, and not just that. I saw that, kind of thing. So, you don't want to leave anything off the table. Obviously, don't want too many different products on there. And really, you'll have your menu, but really, top sellers on the homepage is really what they're going to be looking at. So, the top seller of novelty is this, the top seller of collegiate is this, the top seller of this is this. And then they click that, and the top seller opens up a product page, and then that product page we want to make sure that like every other product related to it is there that shows them the rest of the products, and there's a button to say view the rest of the collegiate products.
Yep.
So we'll do that. Let's see. All right, you got
So,
more on your list?
so from a well, I think candle wise, that would cover if we did the novelty series, the fish series, the licensed products, the odor eliminating, and then the aromatherapy, which we could tie the candle club into. I think that would be a really good start, and
Yeah.
we could kind of figure out what's working and what's not working from there as
Yeah.
well.
Okay. So
Um,
maybe your story is like, listen, I was so into candles and I was doing this stuff, and everybody and their brother and sister was telling me like what they would love to see on a candle. So I've taken like the top suggestions and things that we've developed over the years, and I've put those on the website for you guys. I've had so much success with friends and family and retailers here in Charleston where I live, and that I thought I'd make these available to everybody else in the world. And so here's Wild Wicks, e-commerce,
yeah,
and you could tie it also into like everybody who comes to Charleston and moves here and lives here, probably vacationed here first, and they realized we had something pretty incredible here that was like, one of the most beautiful things to the eyes. The smells are incredible, the salt air, all that kind of stuff. These things are really important to people. We want to be able to give you a piece of Charleston as well through our candles. Like the way you kind of tell the story on different things
mm-hmm.
gets people like, oh, well, that's cool. This is from, I got you this candle. Not only did I get you this candle's from Charleston, South Carolina, and it's made by this candle curator. So you would now be like a candle curator or a candle, special, whatever it may be. We would brand you as that, so that they said it's a candle curator from Charleston, South Carolina, so that way that there's more reason to convert and to buy, rather than to buy one that came out of a warehouse somewhere in the middle of Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming from Charleston, South Carolina, where they get it. Like they love smells and they love slow pace of life and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So we're going to keep all that in mind as we're building branding and all that kind of stuff, really need to possibly consider getting you on camera, to be able to tell some of this, so that we can have that on the website as well.
Okay.
Because I think branding you at the same time is key to success. So would you be cool with getting on camera?
Yeah, I mean, I'd take a little bit to get comfortable with it, but I think I could do it.
Yeah, with Sean and I directing,
Yeah.
Sean, you were trying to say something.
I was just gonna say, yeah, Josh is so good at coaching. Like that's one of his specialties. So
Yeah.
he's excellent with that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put you in a cozy room that just looks like, wrapped in, you were wrapped in flannel, kind of thing. And it's like we put you in a cozy room, we controlled the lighting to where you kind of understood how to chill out, how to chill. And so like I wanted other people. People always told me I was so relaxed. Like, how do you do all that what you do and still be so relaxed, Kyle? Well, like I've tapped into like aromatherapy and just like enjoying life, and I know how to lock in, and so I do this, and I just realize like I I live in the place I live on purpose. I do this, and I cannot control the things I can't control, but what I can control is how it smells.
Yeah.
And so that's what I began to do, and it really unlocked a lot for me. And then we brand it like that. I'll coach you through how to say all that. I'll get you relaxed, get you talking, and we do the post-production. So you don't have to be perfect on camera, but we'll do a lot of different takes to get it said correctly.
Okay.
Do all the post-production to get it right, and then we're branding you at the same time, so there's a face that matches the brand. That's like, people are like, oh, like, dude tapped into something. We might even do it out on a boat, and just figure out where to dock or whatever, to where we can control it without too much wind coming in.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't be too difficult either. So we'll focus on that. That's like not priority number one,
Yeah.
or priority zero, but it might be priority 2 or 3 to get you on there to help convert sales, because people trust that there's actually a person behind this. This is not
Just a
imported
big
and drop
website.
shipped from wherever. Like, I got a warehouse here. So you doing the packing video for the Candle Club or something is like, hey, I'm packing an order for somebody. They just ordered 2 of my favorite products, and then you tell them about the product you're putting in the box, and then you're showing them the cool box that comes in or whatever, or the packaging, all the extra like filler stuff that you put in the box so that they don't break or whatever, and then they know that the product's going to be delivered safely, and we get it right out to you as soon as orders come in, blah 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 blah. Then they see that, like, this is Charleston, and so we'll work on all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and it'll be good.
So, I guess next and first steps would be kind of just like the redesign of the logo, and then sticking with Shopify, picking like a template that we can start from scratch and kind of move stuff over that we need to move over, or create new that we need to create over, and kind of build out from the back end, right?
Yep. So we'll so we're going to reorganize and redesign, and we have to have all the imagery on the site that makes me feel like I just got transported into this other place.
Yeah.
And then different landing pages also transport you differently too. They still look on brand, but if I'm going to Margaritaville, it's got to look like it,
For sure.
and if I'm going to the collegiate corner, like, it's got to be a room that's the man cave that's decked out, and like, the dorm room or the whatever, because mom's going to buy it for their son's dorm room. Like, this is, you don't go to Clemson without, or wherever, USC, without buying this candle, because so your son's room doesn't stink.
Right.
The dorm room odor eliminator, because like, what's the worst thing is like somebody burnt popcorn, somebody did this, somebody your roommate doesn't shower as much. You can't control those things, but you can control using a candle warmer in your dorm room.
Yeah.
So we might need to look at like policy for having, I think you can have a candle warmer in most colleges.
Yeah, I think they frown upon, because we looked into the bookstore route like last year and kind of quickly found out that candles aren't sold in the college bookstores because they don't want open flame.
So what if can you sell the collegiate with or without wick?
I mean, yeah, we could easily just pour it with no wick, for sure.
So then there we go. There's no flame if there's no wick, right?
Right.
So we do the collegiate series that's dorm room friendly, that there's no wick, so that it's not, your RA is not going to confiscate it. So it's the collegiate series. We were the first company to do it. There's a wickless candle that's for candle warmers only, and so I think that needs to be a SKU number and a product on there for people who are afraid of fire, or have their work has a policy, or their whatever has a policy about candles. We can have the with or without wick might be an option. Is it every candle or just certain candles?
I mean, no. Technically, we could pour any of our candles with no wick if you're using a warmer, for sure. I think for the licensed products, we would also really want to sell the candle option and then the empty glassware as well. We just kept it super simple with the beer can, the stemless wine glass, and then we changed up our whiskey glass a little. We went with a smaller version, the 11-ounce old-fashioned rocks glass. And so, if we can sell those without putting wick or wax in it, then that would be ideal as well. So I think that could work for any of the Greek Life licensed stuff. Like we've got the Zeta logo, and then we've got like the pink breast cancer ribbon logo licensed already. That's not on our website. We just haven't put it on there. But I think having those two options would be awesome for the Margaritaville glass, as well as Duke, Clemson, LSU, all that.
Yeah. So we're gonna kind of leave a collegiate page. We're gonna design a collegiate page that says "Coming Soon."
Yep.
With those logos on it, possibly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then a Margaritaville page coming soon, maybe.
Okay.
And then that way they know if traffic does come, they know that they need to come back.
Yeah.
And then we do a candle of the month is somewhere on the home page that is something we cycle. So they need to come. It tells them these are not all of our products. You have to come back. We cycle products. We introduce new products. So that'll be on the home page.
So what if we besides the college stuff, but like we're working on some other stuff as well. Like we've got Bass Pro Shops logos, Cabela's logos. We've got Yeti, Orvis.
Already?
Yeah, already made up. We're not officially like licensed with them, but I'm just thinking as we grow and progress, are we going to need to make a new page for every single one of those, or is there a common page that all of these could fit on as licensed products?
Okay.
And then we could, depending on. Perfect example with the Think Pink breast cancer ribbon. It's like we could possibly have that for Breast Cancer Awareness Month on the homepage.
Okay. Yep.
Kind of change them out, but yeah. So
yeah, and I see you've done one with the Smith Realty team before. Now going back to like the go to every realtor and say, hey, listen, this is the thing that helps eliminate any odors and helps increase the the closing of a real estate sale.
For sure.
And then get Jeff Cook to buy 100 for all his realtors. Which he's a buddy of ours. He's a friend of the fan of the band.
Okay.
And so we could introduce it to him, and then get the Jeff Cook logo on there and just say, this eliminates odors. Anybody that you're signing up with, this is one of the things we do that. Now, what about upselling a candle warmer?
I mean, yeah, we could totally do that. We've never done kind of any candle warmer stuff, but I would say in the last couple of years, those have become pretty popular in the industry. You don't have to light it. You can put it on there. It's maybe safer to use.
So then I would figure out a wholesaler somehow of candle warmers.
Okay.
Because you don't want to like always have to like Amazon something and then all of a sudden somebody looked it up on Amazon and you sold it for the same price and they just or higher and they just know that you're upselling them just based on buying something on Amazon and then send it to them. So if you could find a wholesaler and get it at wholesale and then sell it at a competitive price as a product add-on. So it's not like this is our biggest product moneymaker, but it's an add-on that adds,
Yeah.
If you're already paying for shipping, you might as well throw that in the box, and that made you $5-10 extra. on the order. And that could be something in the checkout pages too. Hey, for only $10 or this many extra dollars, you can add the candle warmer. For $5, you can buy a 3-pack of novelty matchsticks. The novelty matchsticks, some of them say, one box says like "try me," another box says, "Look at me, always starting something." And then another, it's just something novelty, and you can get those 3-pack of novelty, and then figure out your wholesaler for those, and so you get 100 of this novelty saying 100 of this and this one, and then those switch out every couple months, and you can figure that out.
Yeah, so back to the novelty side of things. Have you ever heard of the company called Piper Lou, by any chance? If you go to them, it's piperlou.com. And basically, they do just trailer park novelty sayings on tumblers. They've got their own kind of etching machine. They built this business a few years back. They had a lot of success with using Facebook and Facebook market groups, where they would test 10 different sayings, and then one of them would hit, and then they would go full on with advertising on that. I think we could use or take some sayings similar to that, but that kind of aligns right with what you're thinking. We tried to do a deal with them a few years back, but they were interested in our recycled beer, wine, and liquor bottles when we were making them out of Bud Light bottles and Crown Royal bottles and stuff.
Right. When that's their market.
Yeah, and so they were, I was like, well, we could, put these sayings on the glasses and stuff, but they were really interested in that, and obviously the numbers that they do, I mean, there's no way you could possibly keep up pushing recycled bottles through a glass cutting saw and then putting a polish on them, and it just wasn't scalable. But so that's how I kind of found out about them, and I think some of their simple sayings, like you said, we could come up with our own, but they've got
2.1 million happy customers. I'd say
take
a playbook from them.
They're doing really well. I mean, when I spoke with them 3 years ago, I think they did like 25 million in just etched tumbler sales. So,
right.
And the way that they did it was they created these Facebook groups, and then they would send out these pre-designs to this market group and figure out kind of what ones seemed popular and what ones didn't, and then they'd narrow the, say, 5 designs down, and they'd push those all out with a little bit of advertising money behind them. One would hit, and then they would just focus on that one. So that's just how they kind of did it. But I think novelty wise, I mean, could probably take similar stuff to what they've done for sure.
Yeah, very cool.
So I think next and first steps would be obviously really curious to see what you guys are thinking for the new logo design of the company. I know you said it'll be something simple and kind of. I was actually wearing this during our last meeting, but just kind of like a black, simple kind of logo that we could brand. Number one, and then. Do you have like a specific Shopify layout that you like? Because I'm good to go with whatever you guys think would be kind of the best. I mean, they've got hundreds of thousands of different, layouts that you can purchase. The one that we currently use was one of I think it was called like default. It was one of the free versions. And like I said, back when this website was built, I paid a friend that knew how to do a little bit of stuff and move some stuff onto it to get it done, but obviously it just needs a full kind of there's no keywords, or it's not set up to convert, and so you guys
we're gonna widen it out. We're gonna talk about like top sellers, has a section, plus like you click novelty and it replaces the top with the novelty, and we'll have that, and then we're gonna have like your free, is it free shipping or they pay for shipping?
So the customer pays for shipping. I think I've got it set up in there now that if you spend $55, the shipping's free. But with keeping that in mind, it is once we put wax in these vessels, they get heavy.
Okay.
So shipping does cost
Right.
a good bit. So if we
Right.
didn't
Do you
do a
have an upsell option where it's like, hey, if you add 10 more dollars, your shipping's free?
I mean, no, we don't have anything like
Okay.
that.
So I would like, we'd look at like pricing out everything. So like if a candle costs what? What's,
We can just go to one of our Charleston series. I think I've got them on there for like 28 bucks.
okay. Signature series is a $16 candle. Um, and you said it's $50 for free shipping?
That's just how I've had it set up currently. It's costing, if you buy a candle or two candles, it's costing about like right around $10 in change to ship these things. A lot of customers will come on and just buy one candle or a 3-pack of Woofy Wicks, and so
So if they do, it would take 3 Wolf signature series to get to $48. If you did 4 and just buy 3 get 1 free, or buy 4, it was 4 for $52. And so it's like if you incentivize them that like 1 is 16, 2 is 30
yeah,
instead of 32, and then 3 is this, and then 4 is crazy. I know we're giving almost giving one away. It's $52 for 4, and you get free shipping. I'd rather sell $50 and put 4 candles in a box. I'm still going to pay for shipping anyways. You just got to let me know the logistics on that of like where is your increase, what weight makes your shipping costs go up,
yep,
and let's see like how much stuff we can fit in the box
right,
before we have to increase the price of shipping.
yep,
Because if you're already paying, if they're paying for the shipping, and it's not going to increase the price, or if the shipping is paid by you because it's free, how much can we fit in that box to per inch? What is our profit per inch of that box?
right,
And then let's figure out how the heck we can stuff that box with as much profit as possible. So you gotta give me that information to figure out like what are our upsell options at checkout to say, hey, you're so close to getting free shipping if you add this. Have you explored this product at this quantity, or add this candle warmer that's $40 or $30 and it puts you over 50 for free shipping.
yeah,
Add the candle warmer now and get free shipping. Well, I was going to pay $10 for shipping anyways, so if I was going to pay $10 for shipping, I'm gonna save $10 now. And so if I save $10, that candle warmer is actually like $20. So I'm actually going to only spend $20 more, and I'm going to get free shipping. I might as well just buy the candle warmer.
right,
So, or have a product, that candle warmer, do it barely above wholesale because it's just an upsell, and it's the thing that takes them over $50 or whatever it may be. But you got to let me know what that looks like as far as how much you can fit in a box. And so you're gonna look at profit per inch.
yep,
Every inch that's available in that box, what could I stuff in there to make sure that I got the most profit out of shipping this box out today?
okay, all right, sounds good.
Awesome. So, just on my end, need website access.
Okay.
Need, if you've got anything else set up. Do you have any Google Analytics set up?
No, we've got nothing. None of that stuff set up. Like I said, we've just pretty much built this site. Have tried some Instagram advertising, but most of the business has just been those business to business wholesale candles where we're putting company logos on them. I'm taking them around town, dropping them off. They're reselling. I mean, that's 95% of our business.
Okay. Do you have a Meta ads or a Meta business suite set up yet?
No.
Okay. Trying to figure out, because we need access to your Facebook and Instagram. Do you have a TikTok set up?
We do have TikTok. I did create a TikTok. It
Okay.
doesn't have many followers, but I
Okay.
did create one. I'd love to get a TikTok shop going. I'd love to get a few of these products on Amazon as well.
Okay.
So
Well, let's focus for what before we jump there. We'll just get those filled with content.
Yeah.
So if we get your TikTok login, need to have a Meta Business Suite to where you can add us to as users to those profiles. So number one, they have to be connected. And number two, but Meta owns both Facebook and Instagram, so they have to be connected in the Meta Business Suite. You might have to convert the Instagram profile to a business profile, and then connect those in the Meta Business Suite. You might already have access to it. You just don't, you hadn't logged in a while or looked at it. And then once you get those two connected, have chat walk you through that. If it's proven to be challenging, chat will walk you through it. Then let me know when it's set up, and then I'll send you our emails to add us as admins to that.
Okay.
And that way we can that's how we'll schedule content on there and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then eventually, once we get everything set up, we'll talk about what it looks like to open up, a Klaviyo account to integrate with your Shopify. So that does have like a cost per an amount of emails that we add in. So obviously it's going to be like less expensive at first, but then as it grows, it could grow, a couple dollars here and there. And so we'll just kind of keep you.
What is that called?
Klaviyo. It's Klaviyo.
Okay.
And then that's what you integrate. So if somebody abandons their cart, somebody whatever, like Klaviyo is going to follow up with them
Automatically.
Yeah. So we got pixels. Pixels, and if they ever started a process and put their email in, stuff like that, like it can follow up.
Okay.
We'll run all that. And then we need the any kind of existing assets that you have, files, product files, any of that kind of stuff. If you want to get us a shared folder with that.
All right. And then talk to me about photography. Obviously, some of the products that we want to put on here we don't have developed quite yet. Some we do.
I need a basic photo of it, like lit really well outside or under a light inside with some good lighting, and then we can use AI to help with some of that, and we'll let you approve it first, but we'll use AI.
So we should do photography on our end. You guys don't do that.
Yeah, I really would just use a cell phone and just get us as good of a photo as possible of that, and then we can use AI to fill in the rest or to recreate really well.
Okay.
I think it can do it better than anybody can, to be honest.
Okay.
And
I mean, you know better than I do.
Yeah, I mean, I can come over there with the DSLR and I could photo stuff all day, but I think that to give us all the options we ever wanted without wasting a bunch of time is AI is going to do it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So obviously we're on a roadmap, of SEO is at least 3 months to start kicking in. So like that is a thing, and then we're on this 6-month roadmap, and so then we can provide you kind of a weekly check-in of what's going on, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that would kind of start once we get everything set up and rebranded. Then we'd get into that SEO stuff once everything. Yeah.
Yep. We'll have to be installing, Meta Pixels, Google Pixels. We're going to, ensure everything's tracking and firing correctly. We may get you to send out a friends and family email and identify as many people as possible, and then just put a coupon that gives them access to everything that's over cost. So it's like you may only make this many dollars per order, but we had some orders come in, and then it generated them to be able to go leave another review for the company, and so it generates some traffic to it, and then it also shows us if anything's broken anywhere. They'll be the first to tell you what's broken and what's wrong.
Okay.
We'll send you over a checklist in a Google spreadsheet, so you can kind of see what we need from you, and we can check that off.
Okay.
Let's see. And you weren't using any colors outside of black, right, for your logo?
We just had the orange,
The orange flames.
the orange flames in there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think black and white is good to stick with. I don't think it's worth trying to own a color.
Okay.
Awesome. And then as far as Sean will send you over an invoice for the first month, and then once we get that, then we'll dig into you start the rebrand, and then start sending you the 3 iterations of a logo. And then we can chase down one and do some revisions of that one logo, and then kind of get the avalanche started there.
Okay. That sounds good.
Cool.
What would be the best email to be in contact with you, Kyle?
Yeah, it's just Kyle at wildwix, WILDWIX.com.
Perfect.
Let's see. All right, and I think we'll recap this call in an email, and kind of give you the roadmap, and access to the spreadsheet of what we need from you, and then we're good to go.
Okay.
Cool. Look, we did that in 57 minutes.
Sounds good.
Awesome. You feel good?
Yeah, no, I feel good, and like I said, just got a lot going on with the business, and for me to try to learn and how to understand all this stuff, it's just not in the cards. So I'm good at making candles, and love sitting down and talking, marketing / just coming up with kind of new ideas for candles and stuff like that. So we can get you guys rocking and rolling with that. Keep doing what we're doing here. Things should drastically change this year, especially with some of the stuff we're working on. Just from national exposure wise. I mean, I think these collegiate logos are going to be huge, and then some other stuff like Margaritaville licensing, and then even like the Greek life with some of the sororities, and just the Think Pink logo. I think we've never put any of that back end marketing money and time into pushing things for specific parts of the year. So for like Breast Cancer Awareness Month next month, I mean, these candles are kick-ass with that breast cancer logo on it. I'll grab one real quick for you.
Yeah. So Michelle, I'll send you the summary recap of this, and we'll draft an email.
But like, here's here's an example of it right here.
That's cool.
And so it's digitally printed on. You can turn it into a glass once you're done with it, but could be just a really cool, even fundraising kind of opportunity where we donate a certain percentage of every candle sale back to the organization. I mean, huge organization. So if we could get them tied along with it as well, and get them kind of sharing some things, I think exposure-wise, it just could be huge. So
I'll go ahead and send you a. Let's see. I'll send you a contact for a lady named Debbie Bordeaux. She's Hollings Cancer Center. I'm just going to text you a screenshot of her number. Hit her up for partnership as far as fundraising and candles and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And see if you can't go ahead and get her on the on the horn doing that.
Okay. And then I know when we originally had talked on our first call, you had mentioned Marcus with the bridge run design.
Yeah.
I had reached out to him and we touched base. He told me he was going to email me over the logo. He never did. And then we kind of got busy doing stuff.
You need to send another reminder to him?
Well, I mean, I can reach out to him and stuff. Okay. I don't know if in a timeline wise, if we could, get things done. And I know bridge run's coming up. Maybe we do a small run of like 500 of those and see if we could sell.
Yeah. Trying to think. Or see if you can sell them to the bridge run and let them resell them. Let them add profit or something.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just wanted to touch base on that because I know you had originally brought that up. It is a super cool logo. It'd look really good printed. We just haven't really made it that far, so.
Right. Let's see. Yeah. I think it's worth a shot. I think people come in, they're ready to spend money. They want to come back with something, not just the metal. So having the bridge run art on a candle seems pretty awesome. It seems like a great opportunity that if you got 40,000 people in the run, 500. What are the odds of selling 500? Great. But then does that mean you're selling? Like you got to get a tent? Do you have to become an approved vendor?
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I just wasn't sure if we could just do like a limited run of those things and somehow put them online and target that group of bridge run people. You feel like we'd be able to sell 500 of those, but ultimately what we don't want to do is print like 1,000 of these things and then sell 200 and then we're just stuck with a bunch of glass. So it's
right. Exactly.
I will.
Yeah. I'd figure out. Yeah. I mean, you would blast them while they're here with ads, but and you could definitely put some ad dollars behind it and having groups that look similar to the, people that are interested in running and all that kind of stuff. But you can't geolocate them until they're here.
Yeah.
And so I just didn't know if like that is more of a vendor booth type thing.
Right, and I feel like it probably is.
Yeah.
If we could set up a booth at the expo or something, we could probably go through a good bit of them.
Yeah.
But so we can kind of,
especially if you set up an A-frame with like the artist picture on it, the picture of the art, and then how that art has been put on a glass.
Okay.
So
I'll reach back out to Marcus and see what he thinks, and we'll go from there.
Did you send him a picture of how it printed?
I showed him some examples of some of the candles that we had printed before, and he was like mid golf round when I talked to him, so he said he was going to send it over, and then never ended up getting it over. But I'll reach back out to him today just to see what he
just do that. Follow up with him.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I'll look for some emails from you, and appreciate you guys all taking